Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to my Friday morning show. I'm Mary Marino, and I am a certified life and leadership coach dedicated to helping women manage change and navigate life's transitions, be empowered to find the new you. So it's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. And I have to tell you, I really wasn't even going to come live today. I didn't really prepare anything. I'm kind of talking off the cuff completely this morning. So forgive me. You saw me looking down at my computer because my camera's up here and my computer's down here. So anyway, I got inspired to come on really at the last minute, and I have a couple of notes written down that I may refer to throughout today's little broadcast. But I wanted to share with you my experience. If you follow me on social media, you know that I went to see Oprah on her 2020 Vision Tour that she's doing for Weight Watchers, or WW is the new name for it. My younger sister, Regina, really wanted to go, and she had asked me back in November, I think, or December. She was all excited, and she wanted to get tickets, and she asked me to go with her. And so I did. I wasn't particularly excited to go, but I went and went with her, and it was really proved to be a really terrific day, really great day, very thoughtful, thought-provoking, and inspiring day. So, WW now is all about wellness. It's mind, body, and soul and spirit. It's not just about focusing on weight loss now, because weight loss is only really a part of living well, right? And being healthy. It's a part of it. So she, the event really, it was at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. I've never been there before. It's a beautiful arena, huge, holds like 19,000 people. And the nosebleed section, the proverbial nosebleed section. Well, we were sitting above that. So we were like 4 rows from the ceiling. It was I got a little vertigo when I walked in, but anyway, I digress. So, the point was that there was not a bad seat in the house, and the message was very clear and beautiful. So, basically there were a lot of people brought together. We did a meditation. We did some exercise with Julianne Hough. She got everybody up and dancing in their seats and out of their seats. And, she had some authors there. She interviewed Michelle Obama, not political. It was all, and everybody who spoke, she interviewed a little bit afterwards and really had them talk about what holds them back, or what lessons have they learned, or why they feel their message is so impactful at this time. It was very interesting. But the common thread throughout the entire day was really the power of intention setting, and really getting down and understanding what your goals are, and not just what they are, but why are they so important to you, and getting behind the why behind the why, right? So it's living with intention and leading with integrity. Your intention only becomes as strong as the why behind it. So once you identify your intention and the why it's so important to you, really, you've laid the groundwork for achieving them. So when you get caught up in the how, or you allow things like time and money and responsibilities get in your way, those are what block you, right? And really, those are really the excuses, because what's really behind all of that, and when you peel back all those layers and you really think about, okay, is it really time? Is it really money? Is it really my husband? Is it really my kids? Is it really my job? No, because when you want something, you find a way. So what's really behind not achieving your goal is fear. That's really what it boils down to. And we share that. And everyone who spoke that day, including Oprah and Michelle Obama, it all went back to that. It was the fear. And there's many fears, right? But really the bottom line of behind every fear, the fear behind the fear, is really the fear of not being good enough, right? Whether we are not smart enough, not educated enough, not pretty enough, not rich enough, not worthy. Really what it all boils down to is that we're not good enough. We feel we're not good enough. And we're not good enough because we compare ourselves to everybody and everything around us. And social media does not help, right? So that's another story. But really, even without social media, that's really what holds people back, is the fear of not being good enough. And all the details and all the other things that we put in our way, and we say, oh, this, I can't do this, or I'm going to do this when this happens. Those are just excuses as to why we don't achieve our goals, or why we don't even set out to achieve them. We defeat ourselves before we even start. So, I believe that if you can think something, if you have a thought and say, you know what, someday I'm going to be, you fill in the blank, or I'm going to, if you have that thought, you have the capacity to do it. The universe doesn't give you anything that you don't have the ability to do. It's how committed you are and the why behind that thought, and how you don't let excuses get in your way and you don't let fear stop you. That's when you achieve what you set out to do. So the whole day, Saturday, was really wrapped up in this. And she did a whole piece on forgiveness and how important it is to forgive. Because forgiveness, and we actually covered this in one of my videos, earlier videos, forgiveness is really giving up all hope of a better past, right? That's what Lily Tomlin said. So beautifully said. So it's so true. When we hold on to grudges and we hold on to anger and we hold on to resentment, what are we really doing? We're holding on to stuff that happened in the past. And yeah, people did you wrong, or maybe there were circumstances that were not fair. But the longer you hold on to it, and the vengeance with which you hold on to it, and the power behind what you hold on to, is really what's preventing you. It prevents you from moving forward, right? We can't be stuck in the quicksand behind us and try and take a step. And that's what living with all of that negativity does. Really, it holds us back. So when you release and you forgive, you can propel yourself forward. So forgiveness and fear, two huge reasons why people don't achieve what they set out to do and achieve their intention. So, it was interesting. The other slogan or quote that was throughout the day was a beautiful one by Paulo Coelho. It was, one day or day one, you decide. So I thought about that when we were leaving. So here we are, 15,000 people, 14,450 of them were women, and about 50 of them were men. But here we are, 15,000 people brought together, like-minded people for one reason, and really looking for whatever. I mean, obviously it was Oprah, but Oprah was only a portion of the day. I mean, there was a lot of information and a lot of inspiring words that were given by other people. But the point is, at the end of the day, we're all filing out. It was 8 hours, actually. Oh, 7 hours. 7 hours. It was 9 to 4 all day long. And we're leaving at the end of the day. And I thought, wow, here are all these people. You could hear a pin drop as people were leaving. And we're filing out. And you couldn't hear anything. It was a pin drop. You get out on the street now, and you can hear the din and people are starting to talk, right? So now you're in the light of day and we're back in civilization, back in the real world, right? And I'm thinking, wow, we're getting further and further away from that venue. But you could hear the excitement still on the street. And then my sister and I were taking the subway, and there's a big subway hub there. So a lot of people were with us, a lot of other women, a lot of other attendees, and we're all converging and going down the stairs. And you could hear the buzz and the excitement. And, as we're all waiting to go through the turnstile, there was a big congregation of us. And it was like a roar. Everybody was talking. We get through the turnstiles now, and everybody's going to their different train platforms, and the crowd was diluting more and more, and the noise and the conversations were growing less and less. And then my sister and I get on the platform where we needed to go, and there were now just pockets of people talking, but you can hear the chatter, and they were talking, and I thought, this is so beautiful. But getting further and further away from the venue, and further away from the message. And now we get on the subway, and now we're really in, civilization, right? The subway pulls in, it's packed with people who had not been at the Barclays Center, right? So now we get on, and now no one's talking. And I thought, wow, now we're really getting removed. And now people get home, and their husbands are there, or their spouse or significant other, or it's an empty apartment, or their kids are there, or now they have to go food shopping or cook dinner or whatever it is, get ready for work. How far away is the message now? And how diluted is that message becoming as we move back into our lives? That happens so many times, right? If you've gone to a workshop that's so impactful and you're like, oh my God, it's the best thing, or you've seen a movie that's like you think is life-changing when you're in the theater, and then you leave. And, days go by and you haven't even thought about it. Oh, yeah, that was great. So that's how I've been like sitting with this message all week, which really I hadn't really prepared for today because I was kind of wrapped up in the day and in the experience. And I thought, wow, here I am, a coach. And I'm kind of, ruminating about this to a degree, because I work too, so it wasn't very forefront for me. Imagine how other people are, and how difficult it is to hold on to what we learned that day, and the lessons and the inspiration that we learned. So and I thought the subway analogy was so impactful because it really was moving people away from that venue and moving them back into their lives. It was very interesting. Anyway, it's having that plan B of what's holding you back, what could hold you back from achieving your goals. That's what I do, So when you hire me as your coach, I can help you discover what's holding you back. We could start with the energy leadership assessment, which is it's a beautiful assessment. It's designed specifically to see how your attitudes, your perceptions, your beliefs, whether conscious or not, may be working for or against you. And then from there, I come up together with an empowering plan of action to support you through your transition and to making the changes that you want and achieving your goals and finding the new you. So you know what to do. You can contact me on my website, marymarinocoaching.com. You fill out the form and the contact me page, and then from there we can have a relaxed conversation about whether or not coaching is right for you. So before we leave today, and before I close this out, I want to just, and I have this written down, so excuse me for keep reaching over, but Oprah ended the day with this beautiful poem by, his name is Derek Walcott. It's called Love After Love. And I thought, today is Valentine's Day, and it's really a beautiful poem about loving yourself and finding yourself. So I'm going to end up this little broadcast with this beautiful poem by Derek Walcott. And then I'll post it too online so you can, so you'll have it. So it's called Love After Love. and I'm going to read it. So just give me a second. I'm sorry. I got to get to it. 1 second. Okay, here we go. So here we go. Okay, so love after love. The time will come when, with elation, you will greet yourself arriving at your own door, in your own mirror, and each will smile at the other's welcome and say, sit, here, eat. You will love again the stranger who was yourself. Give wine, give bread, give back your heart to itself, to the stranger who has loved you or your life, whom you ignored for another, who knows you by heart. Take down the love letters from the bookshelf, the photographs, the desperate notes. Peel your own image from the mirror. Sit, feast on your life. So there you have it. It's a beautiful poem. Happy Valentine's Day. And live with intention, lead with integrity, and learn with inspiration. Have a wonderful, blessed, loving day. Bye now.